India is now feeling the pinch of Donald Trump's trade war. Last Friday, Washington kicked off a diplomatic dispute with India, one that could affect several Indian exports to America. This is what they did. The American government withdrew a special status from India, a status that exempted Indian products worth billions of dollars from tariffs. This is called preferential market access. In other words, India had preferential access to the American market. Now, India no longer enjoys that. Indian products were not taxed or taxed less in the American market earlier. Now those benefits are gone. In a statement, America claimed that India is not giving them, quote-unquote, equitable and reasonable access to Indian markets, which means this is America's tit-for-tat move. How significant is this and whom does it affect? Lots of businesses in India. Exporters of textiles, jewelry, auto parts, agricultural products and solar panels, their products will now be subjected to American taxes. Essentially, these products will be more expensive for the American market. How has India reacted, you may ask? India has played down America's move. In a statement, New Delhi made it clear that it will keep its national interest above everything. What does that mean? We'll discuss. But first, let's take a look at the statement, and I quote, "We have significant development imperatives and concerns, and our people also aspire for better standards of living. This will remain the guiding factor in the government's approach." That statement doesn't say very much, but in a tit-for-tat measure, India may choose to slap tariffs on American goods. India and America were in talks for a broader trade deal. New Delhi was planning to impose tariffs on a range of American goods that includes almonds, apples and finished metal products. But the Indian government had delayed such a decision in hopes of a trade deal. Clearly, any concessions are now off the table. India has already changed some rules that favor local e-commerce companies over Western giants like Amazon and Flipkart, which is now controlled by Walmart. Americans can forget about any relief on this front now. The face-off over trade seemed to have begun last year. US President Donald Trump, remember, had publicly complained about high tariffs in India, and he had particularly complained about the tariffs on Harley-Davidson motorcycles, saying that the relief given by the Indian government just wasn't enough. Opening up a trade war with India will cost America dearly. And it's the American companies that will have to pay the price. Access to a market of more than 1 billion people is critical for them. Companies like Amazon, Walmart, Google, Facebook, Uber, Netflix, they've all made investments worth billions in this country, in India. Since American markets have saturated, these companies need new markets to keep growing. And India offers a new market. China is another option, but intense competition and restrictive policies have already forced many American companies to keep their business out of China. That leaves them with India. India is their only hope in that case. Since taking office, Donald Trump has launched several battles on the trade front. His confrontation with Mexico and China has created a lot of noise, but yielded no results. Launching a trade war with India then could cost Trump more than he bargained for. He could end up alienating a potential ally in trade and geopolitics. American business groups are already building pressure on Washington to back off. Soon after the Trump administration announced its decision, the US-India Business Council expressed its displeasure.